Hey everyone, this is Home Game. I actually shot this video yesterday and I kind of was feeling a little under the weather and I didn't feel like it was enthusiastic enough. um, but I want to talk about Spelljammer because that's kind of where I'm living in D&D right now. I'm trying to feel my way and figure some things out. So I'm always looking for some supplemental material. And this one I specifically set out to kind of fill the gaps. So like in Spelljammer you hop on a boat and sometimes there's long distances between things. And the Spelljammer adventure is actually pretty okay at giving you things to do in the middle there. But I wanted to to try and inject some flavor in some different areas. So I was looking for some inspiration. So I went to the DM's Guild and found a bundle on sale, and I would tell you what that was, but I can't find it again. I think the sale might be over. Um, but you can still get these things on uh, DM's Guild, but you might pay a little bit more, or just buy the ones you want instead of buying all of them. I really like when they have the bundles because it allows me to buy things that I normally wouldn't buy and then see if I want to buy more content that's similar to those things from the same people. But so this is just a big thing of like random tables that are mostly Spelljammer themed. So right here we have Spelljammer encounter tables, Wild Space, Astral Sea, Rock of Brawl, which is nice because if your characters decide they will spend any time on the Rock of Brawl, having these random tables thrown in is pretty nice. Rock of Brawl is decently large, so narrowing down some interesting setups is a good deal. Spelljammer ships, uh, Dead Gods and Asteroids. I think this is the one that has like Spelljammer captains and stuff in it. Ship encounters, random ship tables, crew encounters, ship captains, ship details. Has a great section if you're just trying to create some random encounters with other ships that aren't in the Spelljammer box set. I looked this one over and it's it's one of my favorite ones in this bundle for sure. I'll be getting some use out of this one. I just noticed this thing says Cosmic Oozes, and now I'm interested. Jump down to page 18 real quick. The artwork in here is also decent quality. Like, look at. I don't know. I don't think it's reused from anything. I think it's specific for this, but it's good stuff. Let's jump down to page 18 real quick. Right here. Cosmic Oozes. Let's see. If required, creatures from the table can be give one or more of the following. Fly 30, intelligence 10, speaks common. Oh, this is it's talking about plasmoid warriors. Oh, it's just they just put a bunch of oozes, including the astral stuff in here. So the Spelljammer oozes are in here. But it looks like it has regular oozes too. Green slime, plasmoid boss. Uh, but I see a gelatinous cube in here too, I think. Yeah. So it's just a table of oozes, and they included the Spelljammer options. But like I said, all this is good stuff. Celestials, Astral Elves. I've noticed the Astral Elves in Spelljammer kind of hit hard. Like when they hit hard. So I think there's like, let's see, 8 books in here maybe. Let me give you a quick glance here. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 books in this first bundle, and then I bought a second bundle. That's what the last two are. Um, the random non-combat encounter tables, which is always great because just because it's not combat doesn't mean it's not dangerous, of course, but um, non-combat options are always good, and it's sometimes the combat options are really easy to come up with, and the non-combat options can be a little bit more difficult for me. One of the things about the books in this bundle, and this one's called Spelljammer Non-Combat Encounters, Wild Space, Asteroids, Astral. This one says Dead Gods also, Traders, Brawl, Ships, Captains, Anomalies. It says all that, but the thing is only 8 pages long. So some of these books are fairly short. But one of the last books in this set is decently large, especially because I think I only paid like $14 for this bundle. Spelljammer Fishing and Other Tables. This is another one I was super interested in. It talks about random charts where you can go fishing and stuff in the Astral Sea, which is interesting to me. Expand tables for astral fishing and fish, plus Kindori, astral flora, and space junk. Yeah, it talks about plants in space, which is great. It would be great inspiration for maybe that it would trigger some ideas for using them as spell components and stuff like that. That might be interesting. It's like, yeah, you can cast a spell with this thing, but if you use this thing that's similar to it that you can find in space, then maybe it'll do something a little different. And I always love that concept, and I don't think it's played up enough in D&D at all. Like, I've been playing D&D again. The latest group I joined, I believe I've been about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. I think it's just over a year, I think, maybe. And like, I haven't seen that kind of idea at all. And like, I would definitely entertain the idea that, yeah, if you use this other element, then it could do something a little different. Trinkets, these are just fun little things that kind of give you some inspiration. I have another trinkets book. I haven't really used it, but it would be a good thing to open up and flip through. And it gives you these weird little, like a part of a story. So like this, here's a trinket, a sweetheart locket with the portrait of a Thri-Kreen sailor in it. And it's like, yeah, it seems like nothing, but you can then build a backstory around this thing, and now it has significance to a character or something. Like, I have a Thri-Kreen in the party, so maybe if he finds this, he recognizes this Thri-Kreen, and now wants to figure out why this locket is here. And like, this locket's laying here amongst a bunch of equipment that it looks like was just kind of haphazardly thrown aside, or there's signs of a struggle, and this locket's the only thing that was found, but it has a picture of a Thri-Kreen in it, and a party member recognizes the picture. So now they want to go on this quest to find out what happened. So it's just little things that can spark, little beats in your story, or maybe you can build like a 4-hour session around, just this idea of this little thing that you look at randomly. Let's see. Next book is Character Magic Items Table. This one is not Spelljammer focused, and it kind of caught me off guard because when I saw magic items in a Spelljammer bundle, I got excited because there's not enough magic items that are Spelljammer focused. This one, I'm not saying it's a bad book. It's got a bunch of, and this is the one where they list magic items by like class. Like a magic item that would be good for a fighter, or this one says magic items for stealth and espionage. It's a good little resource. The images are pretty okay. I mean, they're solid images. It doesn't look like a 4-year-old drew them or anything. They're good artwork. It just wasn't Spelljammer, and that's what I was expecting. This is an interesting roll table book. It's called Spelljammer Alliterative Adversaries. When I first read it, I read Spelljammer Alternative Adversaries, and it made me think that there were monsters in here that you could use instead of the monsters in the Spelljammer book. I was obviously wrong and partially illiterate because that's not what it is. What's interesting about it is it's like reading an old like Marvel comic or something, because it just gives you alliterative uh you know things. So, or alliterative adversaries, that's the name of the book. So like count, so they just have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down. And the first one is A, of course, and it says, and you can roll on this chart, and it gives you 2 options per roll for an adjective and an adversary. So if you rolled a D10 or a couple D10s, you could come up with an absurd ape, or an angry autognome, or an artificial archer, or an artificial aboleth. So it's literally just alliterative villains and obstacles and stuff like that, which is fun, but it's not what I was expecting at all. I'm not disappointed to have gotten it to read through. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't just a monster book, which the entire bundle are tables. So that's 100% my fault. There's a second one that's also alliterative adversaries. This one isn't Spelljammer focused. It's just in general. But again, the artwork in here is solid. I mean, it's clean. Oh, I love this little one. Like these little dudes, these little mushroom people. This is the last one in that bundle, and this one is 64 pages long. The previous books are like 11, 9, 12, 6, 6, 8, and 23 pages. This one's 64 pages. Like it's almost worth the price tag on its own. So it has this one is also non-Spelljammer specific, but it is the largest one in here, and it's still useful. It's not like it's not useful. What would be nice if we had like some really good like Spelljammer themed templates that we could just dump on monsters and just make them like space bears and stuff like that. Aside from just they don't need to breathe, because I think that's pretty much the only thing we have right now is, hey, they don't need to breathe. Now it's a space bear. But this is nice because it separates it by terrain, as well as you can look up different encounters for terrains. You can look up different beasts and monsters, humanoids. There's a column. So it organizes things in a pretty easily referenceable manner if you just look through the appendix and say, hey, I'm going to be in a farmland area, or I'm going to be in a forest. What are some things they can run into in a forest? And it has a couple of different categories inside of that, like levels 1 through 4, levels 5 through 10. So you get somewhere in the ballpark of where you might need to be for the encounter for your party. I mean, we all know that's not exact, but it gets you close. And that's the bundle that I bought. And again, little bits of, I love these little like snaps of artwork. It's not pages. It's not like a giant page of one piece of art. It's a bunch of little images, and I really like that. You get these little nuggets peppered throughout. Be flipping through and see a nice image out of nowhere. But they pack these pages full of text, so you get a lot of word count for your price tag. So those are the random encounter tables that I picked up, trying to kind of fill in some gaps in my Spelljammer game. These are still available as a bundle. They are the Spelljammer monsters and dungeons bundle, I believe it's what they call it on DM's Guild. And monsters is exactly what I was looking for. So when I was searching for the bundle that I bought yesterday, I found this and decided to grab that too. This one I believe is, yeah, this is the dungeons one. Micro Dungeons of Wild Space. The micro dungeon idea is also intrigues me because it's like I can drop that anywhere. It's like I can just make that a thing for that day just because I thought it would be fun. So they have a bunch of different like little micro dungeons in here, of course. I'll be honest, I haven't flipped through this one yet. Oh, it looks like, yeah, okay. So Adrift, a mad god makers. Adrift and mad god makers. So that is a like a little micro dungeon. So it looks like there's 5 little micro dungeons here. The Obsidian Ziggurat, the outpost of the metal savages, the distress signal, deep into the rocks. So the artwork looks all right. I mean, this did come with a couple of map packs too. They're in RAR format. I didn't open them. Let's see if I can without. No, it's telling me it doesn't know what to use to open it. So, and I don't know what they would be because there's a bunch of separate maps in here. That would be the one thing, like, because you can't usually, yeah, you'd have to like screenshot this thing and then try to size it. You can't usually, if you're playing online, or you can just grab little concepts out of each of these and use that instead. This is the Dwellers of Wild Space, and these are the monsters. 41 pages, not a bad size. Let's see, creatures dwell in wild space. It's a bird that dwells in wild space, sometimes called birds of chaos. What's their CR? Challenge rating 2, so it's a low challenge rating. I'd have to throw a bunch of them at my players at this point. Ancient Mariner, challenge rating 4, but you could have, let's see, Undead Pirate. Okay, so you could have like, these could be like thralls to the space pirates or something like that. Argos. Well, that thing is creepy. Aster Eater. Rare kind of beholder kin that dwell in the asteroid fields of wild space. Oh, that's interesting. So we got some beholder kin there. Asteroid spider. Astro Sphinx. Evil sphinxes with unknown origins. They have huge brass colored wings on their backs and 2 great horns on their heads. That's interesting. And I think these are like, I think these are, I hope I'm not wrong when I say this. I believe when I read it, it said these were old school Spelljammer monsters updated for 5e. Oh, they got space dolphin of some kind. Dolphinade. I'm looking for something that's just crazy. Stellar Dragon. Concentrating 21. There you go. You don't want to run into one of those things. Looks a little bit like a silver dragon. But yeah, a bunch of monsters. Can never have enough monsters, man. Oh, look at that thing. It looks like a red Hulk. Flow Fiend. Some sailors are unlucky or condemned to become castaways in wild space. These sailors either fall from their spelljamming ships or are thrown overboard, then cast adrift, floating aimlessly in the dark vacuum. Sometimes, before perishing in the wild space, these unlucky castaways encounter an unknown shadowy evil entity who transforms them into vicious flow fiends. Giant, wild space giant. What kind? Rock catching. Rolling rock, great axe, multi-attack. Siege monster. A giant deals double damage to objects and structures. Ooh. Yeah, man, just a 41-page book of monsters. What's not to love about that? And I think these last two books were like $5. It was, or $6. They were like nothing. Like, you get this well-structured monster book plus, 5 little micro adventures for $6. Like, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't buy that if you're planning to stick around in Spelljammer for a while. All right, the video's getting a little long. So that's the scope of what I wanted to talk about. I hope this helps somebody. I had a comment that said my voice was too low. I appreciate the feedback. I moved my mic a little bit. I can't really turn up the sensitivity too much because you'll start getting some decent background noise. I'm not exactly in a soundproof room. My wife's watching TV downstairs, and my cat loves to scream outside the door. so I really hope it's at a okay level. Now I'm kind of swallowing my mic a bit more. I think you can see it off screen now. Or slight in the corner of the screen. Before you couldn't see it because I had it off to the side here. So I hope that helps. And like I said, I love the feedback. I like talking to people who comment on the videos. I know it's time out of your day to drop a comment on my video, and I really do appreciate it. And I like engaging with just fans of the games, man. It's fun for me. So I hope this video helps somebody, and if you stuck around to the end, thanks a lot. This video did run long, and I will see you next time.